something that actually I brought a client out yesterday for some daytime approaching, and something that I always mention, and I'm not saying this to steal your thunder, Karen, okay?
Mm.
But something I always tell my clients as well is that you got to remember that when you're approaching women, they might be nervous too. They might be anxious. Just because you're nervous and anxious doesn't necessarily mean they're also not feeling the same thing. Because in the end of the day, they're human. They have emotions, they have feelings. So every time I have a client who is, and sometimes I might do this too, if I'm feeling I'm in my own head, I'll just tell the girl, I'll just be like, listen, I am really, I'm like, I like to joke around. I'll be like, I am shitting my pants right now, or I'm really nervous. You're making me melt. You're so beautiful. I will gladly tell the woman my vulnerability and what's going on with my inside. A lot of times girls will look at me and say, what are you talking about? Like, you don't look nervous at all. I'm like, no, I promise you. In my mind, I'm like, my heart is like ripping out of my chest. Okay, so you just being vulnerable like that, you will level the playing field, and the person will appreciate you a lot more rather than being like, no, I gotta be confident. I have to be a certain way. I have to be alpha, all these weird mechanical, robotic type of behavior. So no, I really love what you mentioned there. Um,
Well,
go for
so
it.
to add to what you said,
Mhm.
I would say that owning up to a vulnerability is confident.
Mm.
Like it's not
Mm.
confident. So if you
Mm.
say you're,
That's true.
it
That's
isn't
true. Yeah, yeah.
because you have to be confident to
Yeah.
say I'm
That's
not confident, which is which is a weird irony.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Like I had this situation, yeah, because okay, it's like if you're trying to hide something and keep it away, then that thing becomes powerful. But if you bring it into the open, it's
Mm.
kind of nothing.
Mm.
Uh, so
Deep.
yeah, I totally hear you and I agree with what you're saying.
Mm. No, that's deep. Yeah.
Mm.
Right when you mentioned that, my brain was like, and then I put the pieces together. No, that was. I'm glad that you said it. Okay, I didn't
Mm.
even look at it like that. Oh, that's a good one. I like that.